fresh bites, big dreams, no quit. Every day, yeah, we stick to it. Keep sticking to it.
Hello. Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I love our topic today. I love our topic today. I know y'all gonna say I love our topic every day, but I love our topic today. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. I am excited about our topic today. Maya, what's going on TikTok? Like, comment, and subscribe. What's up, TikTok? I see y'all popping over there. I am good. How are you? I am very well. Happy Monday. Let's get in here. We about to start getting it going. What you mean you doing bad? Why you sad? What are you talking about? Why you bad and sad? Why are you bad and sad, my dear? What is going on? All right, y'all. Today, oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry. All right, y'all. So we are talking about, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I'm going to say a prayer for you, all right? What's up, Bigo? Crazy Bigo. What's up, Kenny? Andrea? What's going on over there? Thanks for being in here. All right, y'all. We are talking about Mother's Day versus Father's Day. I have a lot of stuff to say about this. I have a lot of stuff to say. First, I want to say this. I think traditionally, Mother's Day. Tracy Smith said, "Prayers up, honey. Prayers up for Maya." Mother's Day, I think, traditionally became more celebrated because women complain more. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Traditionally, I think that's what happened. Now, we do have a period of time where fathers were not present. We know a lot of factors happened where fathers became not present. So if y'all just joining in today, we are talking about Mother's Day versus Father's Day. Mother's Day versus Father's Day. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. I think women complain more traditionally, right? We want to please women more because okay. Then I think the second part was, as time went on, they began to do more. Am I right? And then it was like, you know what? My dad not here anyway, so we're going to celebrate. So I'm hearing mothers get everything and men get nothing. That's how you feel? Why is that though? Why are men being overlooked? Is that just a societal thing that just men get overlooked in general? Like men work very hard, it's unnoticed. What are we doing? What's happening here? I think it's a lot going on. I want to compare it to Valentine's Day if I could. Men tend to buy women more stuff. It's not like a exchange most of the time. It's not like a woman is buying a man things for Valentine's Day. I mean, they do, but it's more so for the woman. And I think that's how these Mother's Days and Father's Days have become. Like I said, I think traditionally women complain more before the 80s. I think once the 80s happened, I think that there were more women taking on a lot of responsibilities, which led us into celebrating Mother's Day more. Am I wrong? What's up? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? I think this generation of fathers are more present. I think this generation of fathers are more present. I do think that. But do men make a fuss of it? That's the thing. Do men make a fuss when they don't get anything for Father's Day? Or are they like, oh, sorry, thank you, go sit down? What's up? What y'all thinking? So I hear, no, you're on point. It just boils down to who you're dealing with. Okay. Okay. That's true. That's true. But as a whole, just in society as a whole, is Father's Day just sort of brushed over? I hear, no, we don't fuss. We just note it. Okay, so if a father is overlooked on Father's Day, when Mother's Day comes around, do they do the same thing back, or are they just like? Do men just become used to being unappreciated? Men don't like being unappreciated. I do know that. Men don't like that. That's an easy way to get a man to stop doing things, is to make them feel unappreciated. I do know that. You gotta stroke a man's ego. All great women know that. We all know we gotta stroke a man's ego. We know that. So I don't know. I think when was Kat? Do me a favor. Look up when Mother's Day and Father's Day was even created. Like, when were these days even created? What year? And y'all got to stop letting these holidays affect so much. These holidays are designed. Use them in a way. Use them in a way that benefits you. Do not let holidays take away your fun, stress you out, break up your relationships. Don't do that. Use holidays to take time and reflect, please, and enjoy your family and loved ones. That's what we need to do. Yeah. Yep. These holidays come around the same time of year. Yep. And if y'all are not together, if people are not dating, the comment. Kat, are we still good on YouTube? Are we still good on YouTube? Oh yeah, we good. All right, let me see. Okay, so Mother's Day was officially recognized in the United States in 1914, while Father's Day became an official national holiday in 1972. Oh, this explains a lot. See how I knew to go straight at the history of this? Both holidays originated in the early 20th century. How is that the early 20th century if one was in 1914 and one was in 1972? All right. Oh, okay. Mother's Day first celebrated in 1908 and Father's Day in 1910. Okay, so I believe mothers carry more responsibilities. Hold on, let me get to your comment. I believe Mother's Day carry more responsibilities. They carry their dreams, the responsibility of nurturing, teaching, consoling, taking care of the household. Okay. Nah, that's true. I don't know. See, the way everything keeps shifting, I think some fathers are taking on a lot of responsibility. I do. More than when I was growing up. And I think when my mom was growing up, it was more families, it was more fathers, mothers and fathers. I think we've seen a dismantling of the family in the 80s. My mom said both parents are of equal importance. This is true. All right, so it looked like we're going over roles on here today. Fathers are protectors, providers, and role models. Okay, all right, y'all. So we all have roles. So I wanted to kind of like get to the bottom of why Mother's Day is so much drastically more celebrated than Father's Day. That's kind of what I was getting to. And also to kind of spread awareness so that we are not leaving people unappreciated. That's not what we want to do. We want to make sure our loved ones know that we love them. And we want to make sure that we are intentional about how we are handling holidays. We are not letting holidays distract us from anything, and mainly from being present for our families. And like I keep saying, what the norm is and what society does, that's not what I want from the people that watch. You know, we have to be a lot more intentional than we are, so we can get exactly what it is that we want out of every area of our lives. But yeah, I agree. Both parents are of equal importance. And I think the presence of both parties are super important. And I don't feel like one holiday, I don't know how this came about where it's just more celebrated. I don't know if men are just constantly trying to make up for things that they've done wrong. So they're like overdoing it on Mother's Day. I don't know like how it became more celebrated. But at the end of the day, if you have children with someone and they are present, your children should be making that father feel special. See, people are taking it so personal. It's all about them and how they feel about the dad, and how it's about making your kids understand the importance of making their fathers feel special on Father's Day, so that they develop that tradition and carry that on throughout their lives, and then also pass that down to their children. So women, don't get in your feelings on Father's Day. If you have a father that's present and you like, I ain't getting him nothing because he did that, he was cheating, he this. You know, I think that's what's happening. Too many personal feelings have gotten in the way. They have made one holiday more celebrated than the other. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? A lot of papas are rolling stones. Wherever he lay his head is his home. All righty then. All right. Tell us how you really feel. It's important to be equally yoked with a partner you decide to parent with. This is true. Yeah, that way nobody upset on the holidays. Everybody happy. What we doing? All right, y'all. So let me get this here together. Y'all, I've been this here is not gonna bother me this whole live. That's not what we doing. Chat, we stuck on Instagram. What's going on? Chat, you there? Do we need to reattach Instagram? All right, y'all. So I want to talk about Mother's Day real quick. I want to talk about Mother's Day. Yo, we went out. We went out for Mother's Day. We did. We celebrated Mother's Day. We did. I found something very interesting about our particular. So first, let me just talk about this real quick. I found it very funny how our Mother's Day went. Nah, we're not live. We're not live, Cat. My Tracy Smith. Unfortunately, I think women with absentee fathers for their children tend to celebrate mothers and fathers because they believe they take on both roles. Chat keeps saying we are live. I don't see it. Okay. We live. I just don't see it. Why can't I see it? All right, we good. All right, cool. All right. All right, y'all. I want to show y'all a picture from our I want to show y'all a picture from Mother's Day. Pull up the picture, Cat. Pull up the picture, Cat. This is my mom. This is at dinner. This is my mom. Yo, say mom go live if y'all want my mom to go live. Say mom go live. All right, Kate, you can take the picture down. All right, note the picture, guys. Note the picture. Okay. All right, y'all. I found it very interesting that, okay, so I have 2 brothers. My mom has 3 kids total. And I found it real interesting that that all 3 of us gave her the same identical thing. It was interesting to me. We all gave her flowers and 2 cards apiece. Yo, it was real interesting. I know. If y'all want to see the picture, y'all gotta come on YouTube. I know. I'm sorry. Bye, Mom. Yo, stop it. Yo, we all got my mom the same thing. But I want my mom to explain to you what happened, but she's not going to come on here and do it. But as we were sitting there, she almost cried on my cards, of course. She almost cried on my cards. Yep. And then she gets to my brother's card. My brother signs my mom is reading the card. She gets to the end of the card and she said, "Love, baby boy." I said, "Huh? He signed it like that?" She said, "He signed it like that." I said, "I got to see this." My brother signed the card, baby boy. So she talk about, he ain't put money in here. Oh, that's why he put. I was like, he conned you. So she thought it was so funny. Dinner was very beautiful. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to post videos from the dinner. It was very beautiful. It was. All right, y'all, let me get back to some topics. I just wanted to kind of talk about our little Mother's Day shindig. And we have lives from the dinner too. If you want to see the lives, you can go to Key Stick and Two, all one word, and click on live to watch the dinner. Yeah, so my mom is funny. So real quick, y'all, remember what I said. We want to use holidays for our benefit. That's what we want to do. We don't want holidays to oppress us. Because I realize in my life, I pay attention to like almost everything, especially when things are affecting people. I pay close attention to it because my whole purpose is to end as much suffering as I can and help people get to happiness as much as I can. And I realized that the minute someone loses their mother, Mother's Day is completely different for them. That's what I noticed. And I just want to say is, special love to everybody who has lost a mother. Special love to you, and I hope your heart is comforted as much as possible Mother's Day and each and every day. We really have to make sure we kind of wrap our arms around each other, be nice to each other, and use these holidays for our benefit and not to work against us, not to divide us. Like, oh, you got dad this, you got mom this. And y'all are responsible for helping your children get the gift for the other parent. Y'all responsible for that, okay? Whether y'all are together or not, on good terms or not. Y'all are responsible for that. You're responsible for if the other party has a good Father's Day or a good Mother's Day. Let's stop the division too. Let's stop that. I know I can't magically snap a finger and Father's Day be celebrated just as much as Mother's Day. I know that can't happen. That's just irrationally thinking. But we can start being mindful of it and stop being so spiteful in our emotions when it comes to how we're celebrating. You mad. Listen, in relationships, everybody's always mad at each other. Get over yourself. Everybody's always mad at each other in relationships. Relationships are hard. But don't leave it as a time to just not celebrate somebody and then get in the habit of doing that consistently. Push that to the side and celebrate Father's Day, women. To the fathers who are present, please do that. Please, let's break the cycle if we can, women. Please, thank you. All right, y'all. On the scale of 1 through 10, how do y'all feel in terms of Mother's Day being more celebrated than Father's Day? 1 is not an issue. I mean, 1, Father's Day is disproportionately not celebrated as much, and 10 it is. What's up, Griffin? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's school, Griffin? What's going on today? We talking about Mother's Day versus Father's Day. Griffin, which one do you celebrate more? Which one do you celebrate more? Father's Day or Mother's Day? Which one do you celebrate more? Let's talk to the kids. Let's talk to the children. 1, I didn't even finish the scale. 1, Father's Day is not celebrated as much as Mother's Day at all. 10, it is. Where we at? Where we think it's at? And where we think it's at? I can tell you this because I was in the restaurant business for a very long time. I can tell you this. What Griffin comments say? No offense on the dads, but Mother's Day. See? We got to see why this is. All right, so my mom said when she read from Baby Boy, she said, "Oh, my baby." Then he reached out for a hug. Check out this con artist thing. Then Marquita said, "Oh no, you a con artist. You know how to melt mommy heart. That's why you signed a Baby Boy." Then my mom said, "You know what? He ain't put no money." Yo, listen, y'all. Cat said 10. Yeah, you signed a Baby Boy and not your name. Listen, y'all, we got a serious problem going on. I'll tell you about that later. Let me get more to the topics, but I got to tell you about some personal problems we got going on. We got some personal issues going on. I think we have to take a lie detector test, y'all. It's going to be a lie detector test done on stream, guys. It's going to be a lie detector test done on stream. It has to happen. It has to happen. But I'll talk about it later on in the live. I want to talk about some more points with this Mother's Day versus Father's Day thing. So Griffin said that he celebrates Mother's Day so much more. Why is that, Griffin? Why is that? Everybody does. I've been in the restaurant business for a long time, and I do realize that restaurants are great. That is by far the busiest restaurant day of the year is Mother's Day. That's the busiest restaurant day for every restaurant anywhere is Mother's Day. The comment says, "Shout out to all the present fathers who are in their children's lives." Griffin, don't break up my heart. Oh, I'm sorry. Griffin said his dad passed. So, what I have learned from watching my mother is that when you do have a deceased parent, birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, it's a good day to go to the graveyard. It's a good day to honor them, to remember them. Yeah. I hate that holidays make people sad. Is that what happens? How are we handling holidays? Are we even handling Mother's Day and Father's Day the right way? I see fathers are needed and appreciated. Sure. We need to handle holidays in a way that benefits us and our family. Don't make people feel less than on Father's Day just because that was the norm and men don't really, they don't complain much, so we get away with it. You can just throw something on the grill. He all right. That's what we do. But guys, I think looking at the facts that one was made a national holiday way before the other one, I think that has a lot to do with it. And I just think over time, mothers just got more celebrated because they took on both roles after the family was dismantled in the 80s. And the whole point of this whole thing, of this whole live today, is for us to be aware of how things have come about and change the narrative. That's all. That's all. That's all we're doing. If you are watching this live, if you can, even if you're watching it later, please put any topics that you want discussed so we can go over it. I do want to get into more things about emotional and mental issues that block us from our happiness, but I do want to also start segueing into topics about money. What? Mass is in here? Not Mass. Politely is in the building. We are talking about Mother's Day versus Father's Day, Mass. That's what we're talking about. Mother's Day versus Father's Day. Which one is more celebrated? He just gonna put a bunch of laughy faces. Let's try to bring Mass on the camera. Boo, Mass declined. Yo, that's what we gotta do. Well, Mass, we if y'all are just coming in, we kind of outlined that the reason that this happens too is that traditionally, you know, I think women cared about it more. Like they're the ones who kind of like make a fuss about it more. So, you know, and men are sort of the providers, sort of like make you feel better type of thing. And then over time, it became a thing where women really had to step in as both parents. So that's the role that was happening that mothers had to take on. But I think this generation with the kids coming up now, they're more fathers present. So we need to sort of like revamp that role. My mom said, shout out to a great father in the building. Hey, Mass. So let me ask y'all, growing up, don't even think about now. Growing up, what was more important? Father's Day or Mother's Day in your home? Let's ask that. What was more important in your home growing up? Father's Day or Mother's Day? What was more important? Because see, like I said to y'all before, you wanna in your home change the narrative of what's important. If there's a present father or a good father, but you guys are not together, don't just cut off your child, you know, celebrating that father because you have personal issues with them, because these are traditions that they will carry on. Y'all have to remember, in your home growing up, y'all are not celebrating Father's Day. That's why as adults, y'all look at it as secondary. We have to break these norms and narratives. All right, so where we at on the scale? Yeah, I think honestly on the scale, Mother's Day is 10,000 times more celebrated, to be real with y'all. Hold on, what does it say? He adapting to the new normal without our loved one. Holidays are normal when families get together, so a lot of memories are triggered. I'm a daddy's girl, but my mother made sure that Mother's Day was a priority. See? Women require women women require you to acknowledge them. They require it. They're going to make a lot of noise about it. Men are not. I think that's a big part of it. Y'all need to make some more noise about it. How about that? Can we say that? Maybe y'all the problem. It's like no. All right, y'all. We got a lot of time left. Um, any questions? Any questions y'all want to talk about, or anything I want to make a comment about? We are talking about, you just coming in here, we are talking about Mother's Day versus Father's Day, while one is significantly more celebrated than the other. Wherever you are, please like, comment, and subscribe from wherever you are. One is more celebrated drastically than the other one. Nah, so the first one I had to read on the actual, I had to read somewhere different. So that's mass right there. Mother's Day is way more important. And I'm a daddy. So Mass, that's how you feel as you were growing up and now? That's how you feel? Mr. M.A. Dollar Sign. And what can we do to change this, y'all? And what can we? So it was celebrated both in both places more growing up and now. And why do you think that is? And what can we do to change it? This is coming from a man. I can talk from my perspective. I can't talk from a man's perspective. Unfortunately, I can't do it. I gave my analysis on why I think that is. Griffin said, treat everyone equal. But Griffin, you even admitted that Mother's Day is celebrated more. I do know you don't have your father, but one is celebrated more. And I think it's because of the nature of the holiday and the role of the woman. I think that's why. But we do need to make everyone feel appreciated. I need some questions, or I'm gonna probably go into a different topic because I think I've driven home what I wanted to say about that. Mother's Day versus Father's Day. I don't think men know what to do about it. I don't think they know what to do to get this sort of recognition on this day. How should the father be treated, Griffin? I think they should feel appreciated. I think the kids should give them whatever it is that their dad likes, take them somewhere that they like, stuff like that. That's what I think. So I hear I'm a daddy's girl, but my mom made sure that Mother's Day was a priority. So you see the difference? So I'm sure in a lot of people's homes, that's how it happened. Where the dad, normally the characteristics of a man, it's just they just don't care about stuff like that. But women do. I think that also plays a part in why it's celebrated more. There are many factors of why it's celebrated more. Just as I described it as Valentine's Day, men don't really care to receive a lot of gifts on Valentine's Day, but women expect it. I think it's the same sort of dynamic going on. The last point I want to drive home, if you are co-parenting or in a relationship and you have kids with someone, please put all your emotions to the side and make sure that kid is making the other parent feel special if that parent is a present parent. Please, can we at least try that? Oh my God. He said Mother's Day, we book reservations a month out. But on Father's Day, the dad is cooking his own food outside in the barbecue. This is true. This is actually true. All right, Griffin, have a great night. All right, y'all. Let's go into some other stuff because I am done talking about that. I think I done drove that home. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse on Mother's Day versus Father's Day. Make sure we are celebrating our people. Thank you, Griffin. Make sure you are celebrating your people every day. We ain't got to wait for holidays to celebrate our people, please. Please and thank you. I mean, and don't let holidays bog you down. That's all it's doing. What? Emaya, what's going on? You what? You ate? Emaya done had a birthday. I think she done had a birthday. All right, y'all, let's get into some other stuff. Marquis, ate. You ate? Happy birthday. What's going on with school? When is school over? What's up with school? Max won't let it go. Max said people forget when Father's Day is. Yeah. We're gonna do better. We're gonna do better. That's the whole purpose of this. We're gonna yeah. Tell them, mom. Tell them, mom. Every day is Mother's Day. Every day. Happy birthday, Emaya. Emaya's 8. Emaya's in the building. Listen, y'all. We're not waiting for no day to celebrate us. Even like birthdays, we're not waiting for our birthday to celebrate us. Celebrate you every day. Celebrate your mothers every day, your fathers every day, your family every day. The one thing I can say is that I make sure all my people know I love them. I don't have nothing left unsaid, undone. Nothing. You welcome, baby girl. I don't have nothing left unsaid or undone. Let's start living like that. Let's start living more intentional. We have to live more intentional so that holidays are just like every other, not like every other day, because I think holidays force us to stop. They force us to plan. They force us to all be together. Oh, my dear. Can't get emotional in here, man. So I got to get through the stream. I got a lot of time left in the stream. I love you so much. You know that. But yeah, y'all. Let's use holidays to our benefit, not to our dismay. That's it. That's where I want us to get to. Oh my goodness, I can't tell y'all how much people are super saddened by the holidays. Like super saddened. Oh, you got a cat for your birthday? What's the cat name? What's the cat name, Emaya? Y'all, when people lose loved ones, the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, birthdays, everything becomes a burden, becomes a trigger. Key, you should have stopped that Key. You should have just named the cat Key. Sounds like a good name. That's it. That's what I want to say. We're not going to let it bog us down. One celebrated more than the other. Men getting in their feelings because Mother's Day is more celebrated. We're not going to do that. We're going to just, change the narrative and do better. That's it. All right, y'all. Let's talk about some other topics. What we want to talk about next? What's some topics we want to cover next? Do we want to get into money? You guys love talking about money. Or are we going to stay? I want to stay. I think we need to stay on mental and emotional issues for months before we talk about money. Wait, you ho. You misclick. You misclick, Key. It's what's the cat name? The cat name seemed close to mine. My mom said, "Don't weaponize holidays." This is true. Also, don't let holidays bog you down. Don't let holidays bog you down. We have to stay very strong, very focused, and work as hard as we can. What's the cat name? Kie. Kie. Yeah, I can't say it. Kia. Yeah. Requesting gifts is not good. Requesting gifts is not good. Not for your birthday. Not for anything. You don't request nothing. Whatever people give you from the kindness of their heart is what it is. All right, y'all. Let's get off this topic. I want to segue into some other stuff. Give me a topic, y'all. Give me a topic. Be appreciative of any show of love. That's true. People get mad when you don't get them what they want, or they don't feel like you spent enough, did enough. That's crazy. That's crazy. The real gift should be each other. That's what the real gift should be. Y'all know this. Some years for Christmas, I don't do nothing. I ain't buying nobody nothing. Some years I'm Santa Claus. But I'm not gonna let the holiday determine nothing. Celebrate it, I celebrate it, I don't. I want to note that I made my mom cry Christmas and Mother's Day. You didn't drop the chair. You didn't drop a tear though. You kept stopping. You tricked the system this year. You tricked the system. Yo, the whole purpose of this page is to get you from where you are to happiness. That's it. These holidays have been created, I think, as a marketing tool. Why not? They seen it worked. And I also think it's a good thing if we utilize it correctly. I just want to say, let's use it as a time to love on each other. That's it. That's it. Y'all got people breaking up friendships because you didn't come to a birthday party. Stuff like that. Come on, y'all. This is true. The comment is just to be thought of in a loving way is a gift. Exactly. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. On my birthday coming up. And all I care about, hey Key, happy birthday. All right, thank you. Because I was thought of on my birthday. That's all I care about. I'm not like requesting a person to do anything. All right, y'all, we gotta segue into something else. Let's talk about something else. We can use this time at the end of this to talk about something else. So yeah, y'all, I think we're gonna stick to some emotional and mental issues. I think we need to kind of make sure we are in good spaces before we get into any other topics. What do y'all think is the number one thing that causes your unhappiness? What do you think? Give me one word. If you can give me one word, what would it be? One or two words. Don't give me a long laundry list. What do you think causes unhappiness? My thought is that most people's unhappiness comes from other people and their ability to set boundaries with those people. That's where I think most people's unhappiness comes from. But I need to hear some answers. Where do we think most of our unhappiness comes from? Y'all, where do we think most of our unhappiness comes from? If you could pinpoint where your unhappiness comes from, what is it? What is the source of your unhappiness or your sadness? What is it? Not feeling well physically? So not feeling well physically causes a lot of unhappiness? Y'all, in your quest of happiness, there are many categories that have to be adhered to. Any one thing in any category, not not in line, not together, threatens your happiness. One thing. You can have everything together. One thing not together is a threat to your happiness. Remember this, y'all. That's why happiness is so sensitive. That's why it's like so easily touched. Because you can have the money, the love, the success, but look at that, not feeling well. Happiness is shaken. Take a major loss of somebody major in your life, happiness is shaken, you know? So we want to be as strong as possible in the other areas of our lives so that when one thing in one of the categories is altered, we are strong enough to deal with it. If you are shaky financially, shaky when it comes to love and loved ones, shaky when it comes to your health, shaky when it comes to your faith, shaky when it comes to everything you have in life, when something happens, you don't have enough strength to make it work. You know what? We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that politely. Stick around, y'all. In about 10 minutes, we are gonna go over why we have to get a lie detector test on this stream. I'm sorry, we have to get a lie detector test. We have a big issue going on, and we will be taking a lie detector. It's a big issue within our family unit. My mom, I'm so glad y'all can't see my mom's comments. We're gonna have a debate about this live on stream. I'm saving it. I'm not even gonna talk about it right here, but y'all gotta all tune in because I'm saving it for when we are all in person. So if y'all, you know what? I was making some good points about happiness, and now y'all are deviating me from, you know what, we can talk about it now then. We can talk about it now. Let me finish my point for people who might have been listening to that. So I heard one of the comments said, not feeling well attacks the happiness. So we need to prioritize every category so that when one is having a hard time, we are strong enough to deal with it, okay? We have to be strong in every category, guys, so that when life hits us, we have enough strength to deal with it. Okay. You don't stand a fighting chance if you are financially devastated, physically devastated, mentally, emotionally devastated. You have no fighting chance when something bad happens to you to get through it. You have no fighting chance. And to sustain your happiness. Let me just drive that point home before I move on to the madness. All right, y'all. So if y'all was on the other live, all right, y'all. If y'all are just tuning in, I'm about to talk about a big issue I am having within my family. It has been going on for a lot of years. This is very important. This is a big problem. I'm going to save the conversation for the stream. I'm going to actually put the stream on and let you guys hear the issue. Here's the issue. So we were on live the other day. The live was on what you laugh at, you become. That's what the live was on. So I told a story about how my mom came home one day. She came home one day cracking up. She was laughing her life away. I said, well, what's so funny? She said the lady up the street, she could barely breathe. If y'all know my mom could get real silly. She said, she like, oh my God, she could barely breathe. I'm like, well, what happened? She said, oh, her cat died. Her cat died. I said, Dad, why are you laughing like this? She said, because oh, you all laughing over a cat, though. That's how she was, right? Lo and behold, she gets a chocolate brown Cocker Spaniel. She gets it because Oprah had one. She wanted one to look like Oprah's dog. She named the dog after Oprah dog and everything. Named him Solomon, right? Like, named the dog after Oprah dog and everything. That's a little come to think of that, that's a little single black female-ish. Like, you got the dog and named her to say her name. Say, no, I'm playing. We be cutting. All right, so let me get back. Fast forward, the dog, Max is on here cracking up. The dog goes crazy, goes loco. He bites my brother. He bites everybody in the house. Like, so my mom had to get rid of the dog. My brother, I explained this to y'all on that live, okay? My brother, I have two brothers. Okay, my mom go live. She has three. She's given birth to three of us, okay? My two brothers, one will be 40 this year, one will be 28. They born on the same day. I'm the oldest, okay? She's all distraught over the dog and all this. My brother thinks it's funny because he's just, I don't know. He thinks it's funny. And he says to my mom, so this has been over years now. The dog died she got rid of the dog probably no exaggeration, 20 years ago. She got rid of the dog 20 years ago. My brother says to my mom, Marquita killed Solomon. She gave him chocolate. This has been the ongoing story, guys, that I killed Solomon, my mother's beloved dog, that I killed Solomon. That's what the ongoing story is. So I had to defend my name because I said I did not kill this dog. I did not kill this dog. I did not give the dog chocolate. Every time my brother tells the story, I promise you he adds another detail. Every time. There's no way you got this many new details from something that happened over 20 years ago. It's just no way. What we doing? What we doing? Who y'all believe? Who could y'all possibly believe? He got a different detail every story. Now, guess what he said? I got a Polaroid. Come on, bro. He couldn't say he took a picture with the phone, so now you got a Polaroid of it. Where's the Polaroid at? Then he gonna start getting all these court sort of terms talking about. So you mean the deceased? The deceased? You mean the dog that died? Come on, now he the deceased. My brother has really lost his. It was funny to him, I think. It was funny to him that my mom believed it. It was just tickling to him. My brother and my mom, they all got a silly streak or whatever. And I think it was tickling to him, every time she would snap, it'd be like, you killed him, Marquita, you killed him. And he would just be this side cracking up yup. So here we go. Lo and behold, we are going to, on the stream, first of all, we're going to talk it out because y'all got to hear the craziness that this boy is polluting my mom's brain with. First, I got to hear it. And then I'm just shocked that she believed it for all these years. How? What? Then guess what, y'all? We taking a lie detector test on stream. Then guess what he said? He wanted to pick the questions. It's one question. Did Marquita give Solomon chocolate? You gonna ask me, Marquita, did you give Solomon chocolate? I'm gonna say no. It's gonna be like the lie detector test to determine you're telling the truth. Then we gonna ask Tony, did you see Marquita give Solomon chocolate? He's gonna say no. He's gonna say yes. The lie detector test is gonna determine that's a lie. What we doing? What are we doing? He guilty because he's texting right now. He guilty. Yeah, that's what happened. So y'all stay tuned for that. That's going to be a very fun live to talk about and go over. I'll let you know far in advance. We might be able to stream it next week, actually, when we are talking about the different points of that. It's crazy. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This all got sparked on that live about the late what you laugh at you become. My mom started laughing at the lady's cat, and then boom, boom, she started crying about Solomon for years, and my brother been giving her this narrative. Isn't that so? That's just crazy. Yeah, that's what happened, guys. Y'all, I love y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe from wherever you are. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm about to get out of here. If it is if it is Monday where you are, enjoy the rest of your Monday. I know some people it's Tuesday where you are. I know it is Tuesday already. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day. We're gonna do some more topics about mental and emotional health. We're gonna do some more. We're gonna do at least a dozen more before I get into money. Or what y'all want? Y'all want me to talk about money sooner? What y'all want me to do? I can talk about money sooner. I can do that. Yep. I will keep y'all posted on when we will be talking about these issues. All right. It's a little family dilemma. You know, I would love to hear what y'all think or who lying and who not. And then we're gonna do the lie detector test on stream. We are doing a lie detector test on stream. I need to be vindicated. It's been over 20 years. I thought it was a known joke. I thought it was a known joke. I didn't think it was being believed. But now that I know it's being believed, I have to vindicate myself. Mass is in the YouTube today. Okay, politely in the YouTube. Normally, I talk to the bitter end. But our topic ran short. It only took you 5 hours. It only took you 20 years to rock with me. Mom, who you believe? Let's get this. Let's see this, y'all. Mom, who do you believe? Mass said So listen, y'all. Mass and my mom, they know us very well. Mass is my cousin who has been raised very close with me, almost like a brother. So he's been around me every day of my childhood. So see that? She said she believed Tony. You see that? I told y'all. Yo, she been believing him all these years. Mass, who you believe, Mass? So my mom believes Tony. So we're gonna have to do this lie detector test. I never lied to this lady, and she's gonna believe him. Is you kidding me? Mass, who you believe, Mass? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Who do you believe? Where Tyra? Tyra was on that live. Mass believed me. Mass believes me. Yo, Mass was around us every day in our childhood. He believes me. Oh my God, Tony in here. No! 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 Tony is in here. Tony says she did it. I didn't. So, all right, y'all, we're going to iron this out. Now I did it. Man, did he give 10 different stories yesterday? All right, y'all, we're going to save it for the stream. We're going to put it on the stream. We're going to hash out the different remembrances of everything that happened. And then we're going to go from there. I'm going to leave it alone. For right now. And then we're going to take the lie detector test. The lie detector test is very simple, Tony, since you want to be on the stream. The lie detector test is very simple. Marquita, did you give the dog Solomon, your mother's dog, chocolate? I'm going to say no. The lie detector test is going to determine that's the truth. They're going to then ask you, did you see Marquita give Solomon chocolate? You're going to say yes. The lie detector test is going to determine that's a lie. That's what's going to happen, guys. So I hope you guys can see the lie detector test. I hope you guys could be around during the stream where we iron this out. I will let y'all know far in advance when we will be on the live, going back and forth, ironing out our opinions about what happened. Because my mom lost her beloved dog. That's really what happened. The dog is deceased, as Tony want to put it. I called it a dead dog. Now he talking about the deceased. Like, come on, Tone. He texting guilty. He putting guilty. Yo, we're gonna see. So my mom believed Tony. Mads believed me. We're gonna duke it out live on stream. All right, y'all. This has been real fun. Thanks for staying to the end so y'all can hear what my dilemma is within my family. So y'all can hear us kind of duke this thing out, okay? And we're gonna see who's telling the truth or not live. Because I'm bringing in a lie detector test specialist. My mom talking about she got a lie detector test machine in her basement. You think I'm taking that? No. We are going. We are hiring someone that has like 90-something% accuracy, and we're taking it in front of them. See, Tony gonna try to use some tactics because he high up in law enforcement to cheat the test, but I ain't even worried about that. Long as mine comes back right, I ain't even worried about him trying to cheat the test. That's all. That's all. I love y'all. This has been so much fun. I will see y'all on the next live. Put your notifications on, and we will be posting the next topic. I'm going to go over some more emotional and mental issues that is plaguing our lives and jeopardizing our happinesses. I love y'all so much. I will see y'all on the next live. I'm out.